And what's up, Hawks? It's your boy Hawk. Welcome back to another episode of Hawks Podcast. Episode 30. 30 episodes of the podcast. Let's get it. 30th episode. I dropped a podcast yesterday. Man. Back-to-back episodes? Let's get straight into it. Episode 30. Let's go. What's up, Hawks? It's your boy Hawk. Welcome back to another episode of Hawks Podcast. It is episode 30 of the series. It is 12:26 p.m. Wednesday, December 30th, 2023, and I'm back with another episode of Hawks Podcast. And it is currently a sunny day outside. It's still cold, because it is late fall, about to be winter in a couple days. But I'm enjoying this weather. I'm enjoying the sunny weather despite it being cold still. And I actually just got my grades back from fall and autumn quarter. So I passed all my classes, thank God. I'm just glad that the quarter's over because I did a lot of work. I remember spending hours on multiple assignments during this past quarter. And so just to see the quarter being over is like, man, I'm thankful that it's over, man. I'm just thankful. And I'm also glad for those experiences because they taught me resilience. It taught me that I could work long periods of time if I need to. So, I do definitely appreciate that, but I'm glad I'm on break because I definitely need a break from learning. So, besides all that, I don't want to talk too much because I'm dropping back-to-back podcast episodes, so the things I'm saying in the beginning and kind of blend together, so I don't want to spend too much time talking. The main topic of this podcast is going to be provided by TeachingMensFashion. So, shout out to TeachingMensFashion once again for the podcast topic. Another video. They've been dropping a bunch of videos lately that have just been super high quality. This video came out 2 weeks ago. It is about habits that will fix most of your problems. So shout out to Jose, shout out to TeachingMensFashion. We're gonna get straight into the podcast episode. Let's get straight into it. Let's go. 5 habits that will fix 99% of your problems. Jose Zuniga. This is my first time watching this video, first time seeing this video. It came out 2 weeks ago. This will fix 99% of your problems. Okay. This is my first time seeing this video. Clarification, I'll always say in the video, it's my first time watching a video on the podcast. So let me get straight into it. Turn on the captions. Make sure everything is good. 720p. We can go 1080p. We at home. We not at the apartment. Alright. Came out 2 weeks ago. Okay, wow. Beginning of the year. Okay. Beginning of the month. Beginning of the year is crazy. It's almost the end of the year. But anyways. Let's go. Alright.
60,000. That's how many thoughts the average person has per day. And
60,000 thoughts is crazy.
Is that nearly 75% of these thoughts are negative. 75%.
Right, that's crazy.
Okay? I'm going to give you back total control.
This can coming soon.
I'm giving you 5 steps to self-control mastery.
Okay.
Starting with number 1, 5 whys technique. It's my secret weapon. A 2006 study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology estimated that nearly 40% of people's activities are done out of habit. That means that nearly half of the decisions that you're making every day, you don't even know that you're making them.
It's unconscious.
So, you just simply being aware of these daily habits could drastically change your behavior. This is why one of the most important tools that I use are the 5 whys technique. The 5 whys technique is a simple but effective problem-solving tool designed to get to the root cause of any problem. So, how does it work? Let's break it down. State the problem. Start by identifying the problem that you're currently facing. For instance, let's say that you're always late to work. Ask why the problem exists. Response, because I always wake up late. Ask why, again to the given answer. Response, because I go to bed late. You continue the process of asking why and always doing your best to respond honestly. Why do you go to bed late? Because I can't fall asleep early. Why can't you fall asleep early? Because I drink coffee in the evening. Why do you drink coffee in the evening? Because I feel sleepy and I need to work late. Why do you need to work late? Because you were late to work this morning. Technique's brilliance.
I've actually already seen this video. This is a great recap.
lies in its repetition. By consistently asking why, you strip away surface level symptoms, arriving to the heart of the problem and what's truly holding you back. Tips 1 to 3 are going to build the strong foundation you need to build self-control. Tip 4 is ancient wisdom for the modern man, and you'll want to watch till the end, because tip 5 is not only the hardest, but I promise you, if you can commit, it'll change your life forever. Number 2, train your brain.
Train your
Always
brain.
make the right choice with the
Right.
marshmallow test. Delayed gratification is the key to unlocking everything you want out of life. Wealth, gains in the gym, even finding your person. Instant pleasure versus long-term benefits is a constant battle happening in our mind. But
The war in the
when we train
mind.
our brains to make the right choice, our second step to mastering self-control might be the hardest one on this list. First, let's talk about the classic experiment that you probably would have failed, as would most people, the marshmallow test. Kids were given a marshmallow and told that they could eat it immediately, or they could wait 5 minutes and receive 2. It's a simple test, but it's about resisting the instant pull, focusing on the bigger picture. The real interest was in tracking these kids as they grew up. Researchers wanted to see how the choice they made, whether to wait or not to wait, correlated with their life outcomes. Education, SAT scores, body mass index, and even relationships. And guess what?
Even
Kids who
relationships.
resisted, waited for that second marshmallow, generally fared better in life. They had higher SAT scores, better educational outcomes, and even healthier bodies. That is how important the skill of self-control is. But how do we apply this in real life? It's about setting clear choices. By setting clear choices and then visualizing our rewards, we are training our brains to see the value in waiting. Because every time we delay a small gratification, we're building a stronger, more disciplined future self. If you don't know what SMART goals are, it's an acronym for goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I highly recommend you using them to combat the struggles of delayed gratification. 3, make the right choice, the easy choice. Have you ever felt overwhelmed trying to resist temptation? I have, but I found a hack. It's called pre-commitment. It's not just about willpower. It's about designing your environment so the right choice is the easy choice. A common example of this is prepping all your meals for the week to save time and eat healthier. This way, you won't make a bad choice when you're hungry. By committing before temptation strikes, we anchor our choices, making it easier to stick to our goals. For instance, saving money. Instead of deciding every month how much to save, you want to set it and forget it. Apps like Dave make it easy to pre-commit to your financial goals.
Shout out to Jose, skipping the ad for time.
Tip number 4, reframing. It's about changing how you see things, turning problems into opportunities for growth. Sleep is good, but isn't achieving my goals better? What feels better? The power is in perspective. Instead of thinking about what you're giving up, think about what you're gaining. Reframing isn't about ignoring negative feelings. It's about elevating the positive ones. Ancient philosophies like Stoicism from Greece and Rome teach the idea that our judgment about events,
Aristotle,
rather than the events themselves, cause stress. How we choose to react to all things is up to us. And if we choose right, we can delay negative self-talk once and for all. When you're faced with the choice, I want you to ask yourself, if I remove my thoughts and feelings and all emotions out of this equation, does this bring me closer to my ultimate goal, or does it do the opposite? Now, for my last tip to help you on your road to self-mastery, the hardest one yet, they can be mental anchors holding you down. It's so easy to dwell on them, to let them consume our thoughts, but that cycle is exhausting. And if you can't break that cycle, we can't get ahead. So here's my last tip. This journal, it's more than just a diary. It's my compass, my highs, my lows, my moments of pride, and importantly, my setbacks. Each entry is a step on my journey. Some memories, they sting, even years later. But with each, I've tried to understand, learn, and forgive. Painful memories aren't just about our own mistakes. They also involve the hurt others might have caused us. But clinging onto that resentment is a burden. Research from the University of California suggests that Harboring onto grudges can lead to health problems, guilt, shame,
Shame.
embarrassment.
Ooh.
We all
Tie
get
back to
these
last part.
feelings, but if you don't learn how to deal with them, it can affect your cardiovascular health, your immune response, and
Right.
your psychological well-being. So, how can you embrace this transformative power of forgiveness and
Yeah.
learning from your mistakes? You have to reflect. Write it down if you have to. Once you
Right.
get it out of your headspace, you create room for more positive thoughts. Then you will need to accept the situation and let it go. See, that's
Let it
the
go.
thing. Most of us lack self-control so completely that when we start, even a little bit, to control our impulses, our thoughts, and actions, the change is clear as day, not just to you, but to those around you. So if you want total self-control, you will practice the 5 whys technique. Build awareness. You will train your brain to make the right choice with the marshmallow test. You will make the right choice, the easy choice, with pre-commitment. You will reframe your life to see the positive and not the negative. Finally,
Right.
you will forgive, let go, and move on. That
Move
is
on.
how you
Exactly.
master self-control.
Yes, sir.
I will leave you 2 more videos here so you boys continue to level up.
Let's go.
See you guys next time.
Yes, sir. Man, shout out to Jose. Shout out to the whole team for producing that video. Once again, another great video. Gonna save that to the favorites. Like the video, of course. Man, just more information, just more valuable information. It still do fashion, still do. I like the diversity on this channel. It talks about fashion, then we talk about like men's health, like this comment says. All right, let me get to my final thoughts. Let me get to my overall thoughts and wrap up the video. So yeah, let's go. And that was a great video from Jose and TeachingMensFashion. Shout out to the whole crew for producing that one once again. And those habits and those things that we should fix that he mentioned in the video, super valuable. I learned a lot, or I really was able to think about certain ways to fix actions that I've done in the past, or kind of reflect on things I've done in the past and how to move forward from them. And so that video brought a lot of those thoughts to my head. And seeing that most of your thoughts are negative throughout the day, and at the beginning of the video, 60,000, you have 60,000 thoughts per day, and most of them are negative. That is crazy. So the solutions that he provided, such as the 5 whys technique, where you ask yourself, why am I doing this? And then you retrace certain steps as to why you did certain things. Like, why did I wake up late in the morning? It's because I went to shower late. And then why did you shower late? Because you played, you did some homework late. But why did you do homework late? It's because you were busy or preoccupied with something else. Maybe it was something like you were too busy on social media, or you did something important, like you were outside, like you had to go do something important. Okay, so why did you have to do that at that time? It's because of this, and then et cetera, et cetera. And then you trace back to the beginning of your day. Why did you go to bed late? Because I did this previously. So I really appreciate the technique that he provided, just to retrace certain steps. And then other things that he brought in the video, such as reframing yourself and providing schedules too. I think scheduling is super important, because instead of kind of willy-nilly just going throughout the day, you have like a schedule that you have, and then you can switch up the schedule when you want to, but just having like a list of things that you have to do during the day. Like for me, I've a list of things that I want to do during the day, but sometimes it's hard to kind of go back and be like, okay, so did I do this? Like at the end of the day, one of like the feelings or is like, oh man, I finished everything, but then it's like, oh no, I forgot to do this, and it's like, oh man. But I think letting go, like you said at the end, letting go of certain things that you should have done, or letting go of resentment, basically, because harboring resentment, like he said, he brought a study from the University of California, where holding on to resentment is extremely negative thing on your mental and physical health. So you want to make sure that you kind of avoid that and move forward and move on with certain things that you dealt with in the past. And I do definitely agree with everything that you said about that, because I can relate to harboring on things from the past for too long and then not dealing with it. And so dealing with those things from the past has helped me move on and move forward and kind of see myself getting better mentally and physically. So that's super important to deal with, because you only have so much time. So that's why even like harper on the past. You want to keep moving forward, because time is always going forward. Time is always going forward. But anyways, yeah, I do really appreciate that video from Jose. Shout out to Jose and the Teach Men's Fashion crew for producing that one. I really appreciate the topics that he provided and all the solutions that he provided and the resources. Just being mindful and letting go of the past and resentment, and asking yourself, the 5 why technique is really, at the beginning of the video, is really good. That's a really good technique that he provided. So anyways, thanks for watching this podcast episode. Thanks for watching this reaction. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to let me know. I'll see you guys in the next podcast, which will be dropping. Both of these, episode 30 and 31, will be dropping at the same time, either Wednesday at midnight. I'm probably going to drop this on Thursday at midnight, so the 21st at midnight my time, because I live on the West Coast, so PST time. And yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Good night. Have a blessed night, day, whenever you're watching this. Goodbye. All right. See you guys next time. Yes, sir. Let's go. Peace out. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Before. Yes, sir.